Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the first news on 29th March newspaper front page dawn. Drastic steps to blunt COVID urge take effect. Prime Minister says country facing difficulty in acquiring vaccine. Number of active cases nearing 45,000 mark by Ikram Junaidi. Islamabad, in view of the continuing surge in cases of COVID 19, particularly in cities having a high positivity rate, the National Command and Operation Center, NCOC, on Sunday imposed a ban on all kinds of gatherings with immediate effect but directed that wedding ceremonies be stopped from April 5. The NCOC also suggested a reduction in transportation between provinces and advised the provincial governments to expedite vaccination against the dreaded disease. The decisions would be implemented strictly in cities having a positivity rate of more than 8%, the NCOC announced. In a brief speech that was televised, Prime Minister Imran Khan informed the nation that delivery of vaccines to the country might be delayed and warned that the third wave of COVID 19 could be more dangerous than its earlier ones. The country is facing difficulties in acquiring vaccine doses because there is a shortage even in countries that are producing them, said the Prime Minister. Mr. Khan said that he strictly followed the standard operation procedures SOPs devised to control the spread of coronavirus and did not attend marriage ceremonies, etc. Due to these precautions, he remained safe during the first two waves of the pandemic. He said that during the Senate elections, he could not take sufficient precautionary measures and was infected as a result. The third wave is more severe than the first two waves, so wear masks as they protect you from the disease, he said. He advised the people to avoid going to crowded places and said if for some reason they had to go there, they should use masks. The Prime Minister said that due to unfavorable economic conditions, the nation could not afford to impose a complete lockdown. Mr. Khan suggested that some people coming over from Rawalpindi, a health worker sprays disinfectant at a waiting area outside the judicial complex building on Sunday as a preventive measure against the spread of COVID coronavirus PPI. England had brought with uh, coming over from England and had brought with them a new variant of the virus, which was behind the recent spread of COVID 19 in Islamabad, Lahore, and Peshawar. Pressure on ventilators and beds with oxygen is increasing rapidly. If we don't take sufficient precautions, the hospitals will again be full of people and beds will not be available for patients, Mr. Khan said. Turning to his own condition and that of his wife, Mr. Khan said, both of us are feeling better. Earlier, during a special meeting of the NCSC, which was chaired by Minister for Planning and Development Asad Umar and attended by Chief Secretaries of Punjab, Sindh, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan via video link. It was decided that the center would provide to the provinces updated hotspot maps for enforcement of expanded lockdowns with effect from Monday today. There will be complete ban on marriages, including indoor and outdoor, from 5th April onwards. However, provinces will be at liberty to implement restrictions in early time frame as per the situation on ground. All kinds of gatherings, indoor, outdoor, will be banned with immediate effect. This will include all social, cultural, political, sports, and other events, said the official statement. Various options for reduction of interprovincial transport were considered. Final decision will be taken based on the input from provinces and analysis of data regarding number of interprovincial consumers via air, rail, and road. Provinces to ensure that vaccination targets given by NCOC are timely met. Correct and timely data ingestion in a national immunization management system be ensured by all provinces, added in the NCOC statement. The decisions would be enforced in districts, cities, and positivity of more than 8%, 3 days rolling coverage. In a tweet posted later, Mr. Assad said, held an COC meeting today with provincial chief secretaries and reviewed the situation. Based on continuing increase in disease spread and fast pace at which hospital fill-up is taking place, particularly critical COVID patients, decided to further tighten restrictions. Chief secretaries have been advised to ensure strict compliance of the SOPs would request everyone to cooperate with the administration as they are enforcing these SOPs for safeguarding us, he said. In another tweet, meanwhile, according to sources, the Pakistan Railways PR has decided to reduce the number of its passengers by 50%. In an official statement, the PR authorities clarified that its train operations were not being shut down. However, implementation of the SOPs would be ensured during the operations. Islamabad's Deputy Commissioner Hamza Shafkat told Dawn his administration had decided to reduce intercity public transport by 30% and to strictly implement the directives issued by the NCOC. Data issued by the NCOC revealed that 4,767 new cases of COVID-19 and 57 deaths had been reported in the previous 24 days. While 70% of the ventilators in Multan were occupied by COVID-19 patients, the capacity rates in other cities were 62% for Islamabad, 60% for Gujranwala, and 55% for Lahore. The data showed that 98% of the hospital's beds with oxygen supply were occupied in Gujarat, followed by 85% of Gujranwala, 78% in Peshawar, and 56% in Islamabad. The total number of active cases stood at 44,447 and 3,631 patients had been admitted to hospitals across the country as of Sunday. And in the end, the formal request, if you have not yet, please subscribe our channel and press the like and bell button to get the fresh from us. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time and goodbye.